Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. Pleasure to have you with us. I'm Paul Jasson, your host here on the show, and we are broadcasting and telecasting downtown at Fairfield Federal on a little overcast day, but still a beautiful day for this time of year in Lancaster. Glad you could join us. We're going to talk about one of our favorite shows and our favorite programs, and one of our favorite guests I have on, Jolyn Pugh, Executive Director of Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Jo, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure to have your smiling face on. Big Brothers and Big Sisters, man, I think in the last couple of years you guys have been making it happen.
We have been very busy.
Wow.
And, I think with just a small staff, there's only 6 of us, and we're doing some pretty big things in our community. So we're very excited and very proud.
We're going to talk about that. I didn't realize there was only 6 of you over there, because it seemed like so many more with all the hands you have going on here. Well, and let me give you a big old plug here. I always like to talk about this. You're in one of my favorite locations around Lancaster.
Yes, we are.
The repurposed General Sherman building, which I went to, and my wife's uncle was the first principal there, Dwight Kane. And I've always been a big advocate of General Sherman, and I always like to tell people that General Sherman, they repurposed it. I think Parks and Rec are in there too,
yep.
and you folks and maybe others, we don't know, but they've just done a great job over there, and rightfully so with General Sherman. And with Thomas Ewing, they did the right thing by tearing it down.
Yes.
That's the way I like to look at it. It never looked better over there now. It's a ball field right there now when you go by there. So anyway, I kid because I care. But boy, General Sherman, I know Uncle Dwight would be very pleased now to see that your book nook over there. He would be being an educator, he would just be amazed at, wow, it's crazy.
It is 4,000 square feet of what we like to consider high-end, used books. But
great.
You could not tell. We sold $40,000 worth of books last year at $1 and $2 a piece. And you cannot tell we put a dent in it, which is amazing because the bookstore is always stocked. We have spring, air has been in the
sure. It's been
out here.
Out there.
It's been some nice days. Yeah. So the donations are just pouring in.
Oh.
And the books are brand new. I must be really hard on my books because some books come in and they don't look like they've been, thrown in your purse and all of that. So it is just amazing to see the amount of really amazing, nice books that come in. We get magazines, puzzles, games, a little bit of everything. And it has really been well received in the community.
So I guess the important thing is that you can be known for that, and that's great, but this is just an arm as a fundraiser for you, and I'm sure it's a big part of the puzzle that makes Big Brothers Big Sisters work.
Absolutely. We've had a funding gap for quite a while. There's
all
more
nonprofits
kids,
fighting.
Yes, yeah. There's more kids that need services than the money in the coffers to pay for it. And so this is a social enterprise that's really going to allow us to continue to serve kids at the rate we're serving. Last year in 2024, we served 638 children. And there essentially was 4 employees that did that. And so we are serving more children than larger agencies because of the work that my staff just dedicate every possible minute that they can to serving kids.
So moving there to General Sherman couldn't have been better.
Oh, it was absolutely necessary. We needed the space.
Perfect location.
And 24,000 square feet is a little probably more than we need right now today.
Right now.
Right now. But we have room for growth. For the next 50 years, we will be able to be there and serve kids. We have an arcade. We have a movie theater in there now. We have a kitchen. We have the ability for children on our waiting list to come in and get services while they're waiting for their mentor. And we get to know them better, which helps us match them. And then community members can come in and volunteer during one of our monthly events to get to know the kids too. So it's really been a great experience moving in there. Now that the construction's done, we can just enjoy the space and tearing down walls and painting and, repairing and taking out lockers. All of those things was a lot of work.
So you've got, we talked about the growth there, and
Yes.
I guess kind of the downside to that is that, as I understand it, there's roughly a couple of 200 kids,
Yeah.
we call them littles, that's still waiting on bigs. They still need help.
Yes. It seems like every time we're able to match a child, we get 2 more referrals in, which is good for us because we do want to serve kids and as many kids as we possibly can. So we have programs that now, because of the new location, we're able to serve them while they're waiting. But every day that a child's on the waiting list is a day that we're missing an opportunity. And so it is really important for us to get the word out to the community that, 4 hours is not a lot of time a month to hang out with the kid. And I personally have a little, and she's an artist, and she draws stuff for me, and tells me great stories, and it's so much fun, and it's so rewarding. And I feel like every big that we've had has said, I wish I would have done this sooner.
And I think they all say, I've gotten more out of this, I
Yes.
think, than maybe what I
Yes.
was able to give to my little.
Yes, absolutely. And so I think that it's intimidating saying you're going to be someone's mentor when you hear the words, but really it's friendship, connection, exposing someone to new opportunities, learning new things together. All of those things is what a mentor does. And so it's not as intimidating, the process and the relationship is not as intimidating as I think what it may sound when you hear like you're going to become a mentor, you're going to be a role model. And so we just have so many kids waiting, and they're amazing kids. We just made a match last night that we're really excited about. And so, because it's hard for us to match boys because not a lot of men volunteer. And so we matched a big brother and a little brother last night. So those things mean a lot to us because the boys do wait a little longer than some of the girls. And so it's an exciting time when we get to make those matches.
Jolyn Pugh, Executive Director of Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Now, we talked about the book being such a huge part of your fundraising piece of the puzzle there. You got another big event coming up here, and this has been going on for years, this Bowling for Kids' Sake.
Yes.
It's coming up here, in a couple weeks?
Yes, so April 11th and April 18th, we're doing 2 Fridays. And we hope to fill the bowling alley, like always. This is our 39th year at Tiki doing Bowl for Kids' Sake.
It is amazing.
It is.
Been so successful.
It has. And, the amount of teams that we get, we're excited every year that when we get new teams, and the schools always support us. We have a ton of teams from the schools. There's a little bit of competition going between a couple of the elementaries. It's good. I said I've wanted people to compete like that so long until last year when people were literally throwing money to try to see who could win. I felt really guilty then.
But you took the money.
But I took the money. I didn't feel too guilty.
Okay.
But it is a lot of fun, and it's a great way to come out, bowl, celebrate, learn about our littles, and just have a fun night in the community with other people that care about the kids in our communities.
And a perfect setting out there at Tiki Lane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always just so much fun. It's an adventurous, fun time, and just kind of let loose a little bit.
Right.
Everybody, I bet even you let your hair down a little bit.
A little bit. Well, and this year, the theme is Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
So
anything could go here.
Anything could go. I am prepared mentally for what could happen. I'm very excited, but I'm torn. I feel like you got to go old school. If you're going to dress up, like Coneheads.
Yes, the
Gumby,
Bill Murray,
I
Dan
just feel like,
Aykroyd era.
yeah.
And especially they just had the anniversary of just on
Yes.
TV and all that stuff.
So it's going to bring it's perfect. And
great.
so I'm excited to see what everyone comes up with for their
So
costumes.
still time for people to get involved in that.
Absolutely.
How do they do that?
We have a website. They can go to our website or our Facebook page. There's a link that they can click to sign up. They can call the office. It's really easy. We do ask everyone to raise $60 to come bowl with us, but
Sure.
that's really easy too. Just
Sure.
ask a few people for $10 and
Good.
and you have that. So it's a lot of fun and always a great time.
Now, something new that I guess I'm not familiar with this, maybe because it is brand new, the STARS program.
Yes.
What's that about? That sounds exciting.
It is. So the STARS program is a federal grant that we got. It's a $150,000 grant over the next 3 years to provide group mentoring with peers. So we have high school students that are going to be group mentoring sixth graders. And STARS stands for Students Teaching About Relationship Success. So it's talking about healthy boundaries, healthy decision making, all of the things that we really want our kiddos before they go into high school to have a good base of. The great thing about the program is our high school mentors, they actually plan the activities. It's curriculum based, so there is a curriculum they have to follow, but they plan it and then they implement it with the students. So they're learning leadership, they're learning coordination, also how to have difficult conversations and how to keep conversations going. So it's really exciting.
Now, is this the program that has like eating together and then, or is that a separate program where you have that?
That's a separate program.
Okay.
So lunch buddies
That's
and
it,
breakfast
lunch
club.
buddies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are where individuals really can't commit to being a big full-time, so that they go and eat lunch or breakfast with kids that are waiting on the waiting list at the schools.
Okay.
So it's during
Kind
the
of
school day.
During the
It's-
gap, kind of.
Yeah, and so we have a great partnership with Job and Family Services, the Child Protective Services Department. They actually have 25 employees that are being lunch buddies right now, which is really remarkable for us.
Well, all these things, I guess they're just little pieces of the puzzle that kind of make the big thing work.
It does.
And that grant must have knocked your socks off. That
We
must have
were
been-
very excited. It's an opportunity for us to be able to provide more resources for kids in our community and not have to ask our local community for the dollars to help do that.
So I guess the big thing we want to talk about and bring up again is Bowling for Kids' Sake,
Yes.
coming up in 3 weeks, maybe a month away. A lot of fun out at Tiki Bowling
Yes.
Lanes. All the information is on the website, which is...
You can just Google Big Brothers Big Sisters.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
The search
that's easy.
engines have it. They'll find it. Congratulations on being at General Sherman. Doing a great job over there. I love that. But, I mean, what a great location as you expand with the Book Nook. I mean, these things never would have been possible under previous conditions. I mean, to the extent that you've...
Yeah. We used to have 800 square feet,
Yeah.
so we wouldn't have been able to expand much with that.
So, timing's everything.
Yes.
Jolyn Pugh with Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Congratulations on everything
Thank you.
going on here. My golly, girl, you just you and your hundreds of people you have working for you, or your 6 people you have.
Right,
It's
either way.
amazing what you got going on down there. You do
Thank
great
you.
work.
Thank you,
Big
I
Brothers,
appreciate
Big
it.
Sisters. We'll be back in just a moment.
If you've been thinking about getting a home loan, now is the time. Hi, this is Carrie James from Fairfield Federal. Our experienced lenders are here to help you make your vision a reality. For more than 125 years, we've been helping our community achieve homeownership. Fairfield Federal has convenient online application for your home loan, home equity loan, and home equity line of credit needs. Visit fairfieldfederal.com to get started. Fairfield Federal for checking, savings, and home loans. Data charges may apply, subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402612.
The reason why I do what I do is I love helping people, and I really love to work on understanding and striving to improve the lives of the people in our community. Being in Fairfield County is having a network of people around you.
I am driven by my belief that every individual deserves an opportunity to achieve mental and emotional balance, and I'm very passionate about contributing to that process.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
What makes Fair Hope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You know, you took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fair Hope what it is.
Fairfield Medical Center is more than a hospital. We're a health system that's been putting people first for more than a century. From the youngest patients to the eldest, our compassionate team of caregivers are here to support you through every season of life. We are healers, cheerleaders, patient advocates, and champions. Your health is our greatest accomplishment, and we are proud to serve you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
March is Developmental Disability Awareness Month, a time to celebrate inclusion, acceptance, and the incredible contributions of individuals with developmental disabilities. Back in 1987, President Reagan called on all of us to take action. And at Fairfield DD, we live that mission every day. This month, we're inviting you to be part of the movement. Join us for exciting events, inspiring stories, and hands-on learning opportunities to help build a more inclusive community. Together, we can create a vibrant community where people lead lives of greater independence and make meaningful contributions. Visit fairfielddd.com to get involved. Let's make a difference, because inclusion starts with all of us.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Fairfield Today. We're so blessed in Lancaster and Fairfield County to have so many great groups like the Lancaster Playhouse and the Garrett Players, and of course I think the big one is Ohio University Lancaster under direction of everything that Victor Jones does out there. And they've got one coming up here. It's going to be a blockbuster, I think, and we're going to talk about some of the big things in this, and you'll be kind of amazed at this. But Godspell is coming up here at Ohio University very soon. It's going to be just another wonderful play that Ohio University does throughout the year. They do so many. And we've got a couple of the cast members here with me now. Bear with me. Right beside me is David Duffey. David is a freshman at Ohio University, Lancaster.
Yes, sir.
Would that be correct?
Yep.
And we'll go through some other things. And this is Aidan Rich on my far right. Aidan is also a freshman out there, and you're a Fairfield Union boy, and you are from Amanda.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
Well, so you're freshmen here, and you both, based on the things Victor sent me about your high school years at Amanda and Fairfield Union, you both were involved in drama at your schools. Would that be correct?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, you did several things.
I did. I started in like a musical theater class my junior year, and then I was like, oh crap, I kind of like this. And so I did it my senior year as well, and then my senior year was my first show at school, which was Mamma Mia.
Okay. Your background was?
I was in the drama club sophomore, junior, senior year. We did Little Women for sophomore, and then we did a play called Is He Dead my junior year. That one was fun. And then more recently we did Drinking Habits.
And you guys were hooked. Once you did that, you found out you enjoyed doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So now you come to Ohio University in Lancaster. Was the intent to come here because you knew they had so many good things going on here with Victor?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So it's Godspell coming up here, and this is from the mid-'70s. I think 1973 was when it came out. You saw it. Great movie, great touring company did this. I remember seeing it with the touring company up at the OUL Theatre in Columbus when it came through. 71 had been Jesus Christ Superstar, which was a big one, and then this came through, and I guess everybody thinks, and this is a musical because everybody thinks of Day by Day. I think when I think of Godspell, and I go, you guys, there is a young lady in the cast that will sing it, but then the cast probably gets involved in that too.
We'll all get excited during Day by Day.
Okay, so one thing, and I think we were talking, David, before we went on here, that this is perhaps in my mind a little bit unusual because I understand that once you guys are on, you're pretty much on the whole time.
100%. Like most other shows will be separated by separate scenes where a character or two can go off stage or back on stage at another point. But like during this show, we are all on stage at all times except during intermission. So
is that a little different for you too?
Yep,
Very different.
I've never been on stage this long.
So Victor's getting his money's worth out of both of you. Okay,
yeah,
well, very good. So again, these young men are both in the cast. Now you are Jesus.
I am.
And you have a dual role. You play John the Baptist, and I don't know which one is typecasting Judas. So is that fun being both? I mean, those are about as far apart as you could get.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I do get it's a little bit challenging. I do have to make like a swap from one to another partway through the show.
So you do have to get out and make a change. You're Jesus through the whole
just
thing.
One person the whole time, but I can do what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, balancing two like completely different characters.
What do you have, like 7 or 8 parts in this? I'm not sure.
Yep, I believe that there's 8 parts, but in our show we have a little bit less people casted than players actually in the show. So basically, that's the only reason he's double casted, and sometimes throughout the show, one of us will be reading another character's lines at some point, but it should all match together beautifully. So that
now I think Victor said this is a little more updated than the 70s version. You've got some more stuff, because I think the plot here is that you are disciples. You're Jesus, but you're the people that surround him and preach the word and get it out. But you do it in kind of provocative and entertaining ways. Would that be right?
Yes. It's a very fun, enthusiastic, comedic way to really get the message out there. It's based off the Gospel of Matthew from the New Testament.
Right.
And it's trying to keep it away from like that serious tone, so that people can actually lock onto it. You know?
A lot of lighthearted humor, like topical bits. We're doing the 2011-2012 like revival version.
Okay.
So it'll be a lot more modern.
So what's your favorite part? Do you just the fun things or the singing? What do you enjoy most, Aidan?
I do really enjoy the singing.
Oh, good.
There are plenty of fun songs to do. Like we've got one together. It's called "All for the Best."
Yeah, that one's a fun one.
Just you two.
Really fun. It's like fast.
Jesus and John the Baptist, not Judas. I assume it's John the Baptist.
Actually, I am Judas at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, very good. Well, that's still buddies back then. At that point, still haven't seen the dark side come out, huh? So you got several songs in it. I know there's quite a few songs. Day by Day is the only one I recognize. But
Day by Day, We Beseech Thee, Beautiful City, Love Them.
Yeah, there are a few big ones out there, but Day by Day definitely on top. There's Prepare Ye, and I think there's another one that people may know. But yeah, there's a few songs that people should know.
What are the dates on this again?
So that is going to be March 20th through the 23rd. That's a Thursday and Friday evening, and a Saturday and Sunday matinee.
No Saturday night. Just
no Saturday
Thursday,
night.
Friday nights, Saturday and Sunday, 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yep.
Now again, you've got a great website there out of Ohio University Lancaster. Tickets, and I think they would prefer if you did get them off there. They got QR codes and all the things that happen now. They're on top of everything out there. You can get it off their website. Just go to Ohio University Lancaster, and then they'll get you to the drama department. Then they have all that on there. And I know they sell tickets at the door. That's if there are any left. I guess you don't know.
Yep,
you never know that. I wouldn't go out there without that. But you want to get them. Your family all coming to this. They're excited to see this.
Yeah, they're really excited.
Oh yeah,
get
they're
a few
excited.
tickets sold for that.
Even they're clueless as to what it is. So
well, I mean,
we'll see.
This has been a while since this has been around. I can't remember. I know some high schools over the years have done this, but I'm sure it's. This will be just knowing how Victor does things out at Ohio University. It'll be a top-notch. Now, does he play the piano and direct and do all that too?
He does.
That's shocking.
He's done all the work.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of how it's done. Now, is this your first time working under Victor?
Yep.
Since you're at Ohio University.
I did some CCP. I've actually done quite a few shows working with him.
Okay. So you knew what you were in for here.
Yep.
And you found out.
Oh yeah, I was fresh. I was like, all right.
Now one thing he told me that I absolutely did not know, and I think you have to see this to get it. You do all this up on the stage there at Ohio University Theatre in the Jeff Wagner Theater, beautiful setting. But you do it in a swimming pool?
In a swimming pool, yeah. We're going to be doing it in water with our bathing suits on. We're going swimming and splashing and singing at the same time.
So that adds a lot to, not only obviously a little bit of lightheartedness to it perhaps, but it in your mind you think it adds to it?
Oh, that adds like so much creativity. With a show like this, we're allowed to be creative with the set.
Okay.
So a lot of places they've done like playgrounds and like alleys and like out like you're able to be very creative with these. So this one, I think only one other place has done it in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
So we're kind of hopping on that train.
When you found that out, that pretty like knocked your socks off?
Yes, it did. I was pretty excited.
yeah, the cast list came out. We're like, oh, why does he want us to be comfortable in our swimsuits?
I actually am really excited. It adds like a whole new layer. We've been rehearsing in the swimming pool.
Gonna look good on your resume.
Better.
What have I done? Well, I did that in a swimming pool, so I can do your play here, no problem
really
like that.
Weird. But yeah, we're really excited. It should be fun.
So how long you been working on this? Several months?
So we started rehearsing in January.
Okay.
And I guess we've been back and forth between set building and rehearsing and singing and dancing ever since we started.
And typical of all Ohio University things, you guys kind of get into all parts of it. Backstage stuff, building things, being up front. You do all that?
Yes, we do.
Yep, especially with this show because we have no like backstage components because we're all staying on stage the entire time. Yeah. So a lot of the set, like prop placing and all that stuff, like that is all going to be us this time.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've set up like our little pool deck. We got tarps around so the water doesn't get on the stage.
Oh yeah, lots of protection for the water.
So this is now. What are the dates again?
The 20th through the 23rd.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Mm-hmm. Thursday and Friday evening, and then Saturday and Sunday matinees.
Yep.
Yes.
It's all on the website. You can find that out. It's Godspell. It's just an amazing play to begin with. These men will bring it to life under Victor's direction. So, Aidan and David, thanks for joining us. It's going to be a great play. You knocked the socks off us. We can't wait to see this. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Godspell at Ohio University Lancaster. And thanks for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.